Buying and supporting that kind of stuff, even with $10 or $20, you are supporting the man. You're supporting the machine. The people that are, the lobbyists in Washington that are like totally connected with the genetically modified seed and the fertilizers and transgenics. So, I don't often speak like this in public, but more and more, you want to have a green movement, talk it. Talk about it. Talk about the introduction of transgenics into a country like Peru, that the legislation is passing now. Hundreds of thousands of people, their food chain is going to be contaminated like the food chain here in the United States. Poor people eat peanut butter now, because they don't have any money, and now the peanut butter kills them. I mean, a woman in a hospital told me this a couple of weeks ago. I don't mean to digress, but I think that, if this is the ethical job fair, it's important to understand, what transgenics are, what a lobbyist does, who the big chemical companies are that really, don't want people to be able to save their own seeds. I mean, it's a big, big issue. My friend Sabrine von Scharnen-Fleming from the greenhorns.net, is making a film about the young farmers. So, I think the next generation of the fashion people, I think you all have that space to do the same thing. And you can say, local can be made in Canada. There's a wonderful garment business in Canada. That there's great certified organic cotton up there from Buehler, the Swiss company. They've been up there, they're waiting for all of you to come up there and, make samples and, do medium production runs. There are tremendous opportunities. People are still buying things. We're in fashion market right now. We just showed 10 days ago. And people are definitely buying. They're buying selectively, but they are buying. The world is not coming down to a crash. We will get through this. It will change. So maybe you're not going to go out and buy 7 pairs of shoes. You'll buy 3. But that being said, I have to commend the school. I think that you've gotten one of the finest educations this side of the Atlantic Ocean that's available. My present assistant graduated from here, and she could run the company better than I could. It's scary because she just says, "Oh, you're so emotional, you're so emotional." I made my business because I wanted to do something that was very personal. I moved away from New York City. I worked in fashion for over 20 years on 7th Avenue. I didn't want anything to do with 7th Avenue. Fashion business, stores, retailers. When I moved upstate, and then one thing after the next, it led me back here. A very well-known fashion model called me on the phone and said, I really want you to come here, and I'm glad I did, because I would have never had all of this fun and all of these experiences that I've had. And the industry, the fashion and the design industry, is one of perpetual regeneration. And the change, if you don't have a stomach for change, get ready, because everything changes. It changes constantly, whether we like it or not, whether it's sustainable or not. They want newness. Yeah, there was a woman who designed this canvas bag many years ago, a waxed linen canvas bag, and I thought, oh my God, the bag is so brilliant. She never has to change the bag. It's just there. but she has to add new colors. So it may be you don't have to redesign the shoe that you're making. You can make one shoe like a Croc, you know, that sells lots of pairs, but you do have to change the colors. And I think that, you know, graduating from here, you should be very proud of yourselves, and you should be prepared for change. And that's all I have to say.